In this video, I will highlight the 30 best things to do in Engelberg. Engelberg is one of Europe's best winter sport destinations, located in the heart of Switzerland, including fun activities like skiing, snowboarding, snowmobiling, cross-country skiing, ice skating, and even airboarding. But also their mouth-watering Swiss cuisine, après-ski, and the nightlife should not be missed. Above all, my brother Hugo from the Netherlands joined me on this adventure in the Swiss Alps. Alright, but before we go up the mountain, it's time to rent a snowboard. Kick off Engelberg at Intersport, conveniently located at the foot of the Titlis ski lift. Intersport has a massive assortment of snowboards and skis for beginners to professionals. Rentals start at 65 Swiss francs, which is roughly $65 US, and includes boots. One tip, you can leave all your rental gear at this shop for a quick pickup early in the morning. So no hassles carrying all this stuff around in the village. Titlis is one of the best winter sport destinations in Switzerland. To get to the top of Mount Titlis, jump into the world's first revolving cable car, the Titlis Rotair. And you will be presented with astonishing views from all angles. It can get a little bumpy. A Titlis day pass will cost you about 65 Swiss francs, which is roughly $65 US. You won't be able to believe your eyes once you reach the Titlis peak, especially on a gorgeous clear day like today. Alright, we're here on top of Titlis, one of the highest mountains here in Switzerland. It's 3,020 meters high, about 10,000 feet. And look at these stunning views. Geographically speaking, this is southwest Switzerland, towards Italy. I do recommend wearing warm clothes before you go up, even during spring and fall. As you can see, it was very clear, allowing us to see 80% of Switzerland, including the famous Swiss mountains Jungfrau, Monk, and Eiger. Now these are advanced binoculars. They will show you the name on every mountain, including the height, so you'll get a full idea of what the entire Alps look like. These beautiful blue skies allow you to see Germany in the far distance, and on the southern side, you can even see as far as Italy. Now there is a little secret here. Can you spot it? This is called the Buddha, because it looks very similar to a Buddha statue. Once you pass this enormous telecommunications tower, you will arrive at the Titlis Cliff Walk. Alright, so here's the famous Cliff Walk, the highest suspension bridge in Europe. At a height of 3,041 meters, 3 kilometers above sea level, with a 500 meter drop and 150 heart-stopping steps. It goes straight down. It's so steep. And here is Mount Titlis, the highest mountain here in Engelberg. But on a nice summer day, you can actually walk all the way to the summit. At the end of the cliff walk, you will find a perfect location for some solid photography. Do check the Titlis Cliff Walk webcam to make sure the weather is clear before you go up. Links below. Next stop, the Titlis Glacier Cave. Here you can dive into a world of ice. Oh my god! Oh! Wow! The walls radiate a strange but beautiful turquoise blue light caused by refracted sunlight. The temperature in the cave is a steady -2 degrees Celsius all year round. So yeah, right now we're in the ice cave. How do you like it, Hugo?
It's cold, but
it's doable.
It's doable. Very, very beautiful.
Since this ice cave may be gone in 10 years, you don't want to run a risk and not experience this anymore. So make sure you get your butt out here to still experience this in its full state. After visiting the peak, grab a few snacks at the Titlis Panorama restaurant. Now that's a nicely stuffed croissant. They don't shy away from pumping this sucker full of chocolate. It's not just regular chocolate, it's Calier. Perhaps you will be in the mood for some Swiss traditional photography. There is even a massive Lindt chocolate store. Mango? What? Mango? That is crazy.
Pick and mix.
What did you get?
Cappuccino balls.
Cappuccino balls. The Titlis facilities have been recently renovated, thus everything looks brand spanking new. From cable cars to restaurants. Oh, Holy moly! Whoa! That is so steep. Alright, now the highlight of visiting Engelberg is of course going to be the slopes. Titlis has one of the longest slopes in the entire world. The longest one being 12 kilometers, which can easily take you about an hour to conquer. My brother was having an absolute blast. It had been at least 7 years since we both snowboarded together in the Alps.
Do you like Titlis?
Yes, I like Titlis.
Nice place, eh?
Titlis is beautiful. 3,020 meters, enjoying the sunrise. Titlis has some of the best slopes I've ever been on. Although, if you start from the top of Titlis, it can be quite a bit challenging.
There are some serious steep corners here, so intermediate or advanced snowboarding skills, I highly recommend it if you really want to do Mount Titlis properly.
In total, Engelberg has more than 82 kilometers of downhill slopes and 14 ski lifts, making it the biggest ski resort in central Switzerland. Eventually, you will find Skihütte Stand.
Alright, it's noon. It's time for some lunch at the Skihütte Stand.
The ideal spot for an epic Swiss lunch. Now, these are some local dishes we're having here. This is the Alper-Rösti and the Spratzifunde. These dishes look fantastic. They're 25 Swiss francs each. So yeah, this consists out of an egg, cheese, and rösti, which is like fried grated potatoes. How is it, Hugo?
It's great.
Oh my. Oh man, this is so rich, so delicious. You get true value for your money at this place. On your way down Titlis, make a pit stop at SnowX Park for a bunch of fun snow activities. Engelberg is filled with fun activities for young and old. This is the snow tubing track. Depending on availability, you can sometimes find a complex of igloos next to the toboggan track, where you can enjoy ice skating through these corridors. Work on your figure skating moves and improve on your speed skating skills, called the igloo on ice.
She's got it! Yo baby, she's... Oh!
The best part of the SnowX Park are the snowmobiles.
Alright, the next activity here, snow scooters. We're going snowmobiling. You ever been on a snow scooter? Never. First time. First time on a snow scooter.
Rent an electric snowmobile and race your friends on this close track. My favorite part was using all my physical strength to navigate the snowmobile around the tight corners. 65 francs for 25 minutes, which is more than enough.
Woo! And that's snowmobiling at the SnowX Park. Amazing, amazing.
Do not pass up grabbing a few souvenirs on your way out at this brand new souvenir shop. From sweaters to cute Swiss bells.
Après-ski, après-ski. That's the exit and the après-ski.
After you conquered Mount Titlis, you gotta celebrate and treat yourself to a few snaps at the après-ski chalet at the foot of the mountain. For the most fun snow activity in Engelberg, check out Mount Bruni, located across Titlis, for some airboarding.
I've never heard of this activity, but it looks quite a lot of fun. We're going down the slopes with a blow-up boat kind of thingy. It's like a little mattress. The profile, so that breaks. It's the braking mechanism. That's crazy.
That was awesome! An airboard goes extremely fast, you'll have to use your entire body efficiently to brake, which does not always go well during a high-speed race.
Oh no! Oh! Holy guacamole.
The entire experience is 40 Swiss francs for the Bruni lift pass, plus 15 Swiss francs to rent yourself an airboard.
This is a totally unexpected activity. It's a lot more fun than I anticipated. This is crazy.
The trickiest activity in Engelberg for us was cross-country skiing, known in the local language
Langlaufen!
but if you are familiar with ice skating or rollerblading, cross-country skiing shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay, come on, focus. Langlaufen is not as easy as it seems. There's quite a few bumps on the ride.
A Langlaufen rental package including skis, boots and poles starts at 37 Swiss francs.
Oh!
Once you conquered Titlis and Bruni, it is time to explore the village of Engelberg. Engelberg was founded in 1120 by monks and has a population of just 4,000. Alongside the main shopping street you will find the Tall Museum.
It's one of the oldest buildings in town. It's over 300 years old.
Decked out with the family shields from Engelberg. Unfortunately only open on Wednesdays and is covered by the Swiss travel pass. Engelberg was founded around a medieval monastery. This beautiful monastery is still operated by monks, known locally as Klooster Engelberg. Unfortunately, the Engelberg Abbey burned down a couple of times, but luckily it is still here and more gorgeous than ever. One of the most fascinating things, these 10,000 orgel pipes, making it the biggest orgel in Switzerland.
Perhaps the most beautiful church in Switzerland, here in Engelberg.
The monks practice a unique wood inlay art to create these magnificent collages out of tiny pieces of wood.
Alright, so now it's time to check out the local cheese factory. It's conveniently located right next to the church. Now you may not know, but Engelberg means Angel Mountain in English. Whew, the smell of cheese. There's nothing more delightful than cheese. They have a wide selection here as well. All the mountain cheese.
Definitely the best place to pick up your own Swiss cheese fondue set for home.
What about some beer and shampoo? Festigkeit. Keep your hair strong. The Swiss even make their own whiskey. Alpine whiskey. You can only imagine how good that tastes with fresh Alpine water.
Engelberg offers a wide selection of amazing restaurants. This is Ende der Welt, the end of the world, since it is located at the end of a street leading into a massive valley. The menu includes a selection of typical Swiss dishes. Deer with Brussels sprouts and red cabbage, or some steak and fries. A bit pricey, but worth every penny. In Switzerland, you top off your dinner with a Café Lutz, super thin coffee with fruit-flavored brandy. It doesn't get more Swiss than that. Alright, so what do you do on a beautiful snowy night like tonight? You get yourself a local authentic dish called après-macaroni at Fluermat.
This is really crazy. Holy moly, how are we gonna get up here again?
Fluermat restaurant is located high up in the Engelberg Mountains with these exceptional views and is one of the most cozy restaurants I've ever visited.
Proost!
Ja, danke.
Alright guys, we're inside Fluermat and it's time for the après-macaroni. Basically, macaroni with cheese and fried onion. Wow, now that's some serious local cooking. Oh my god, that's delicious.
Après-macaroni is basically mac and cheese on steroids. The best mac and cheese I have ever eaten. We must have cleared out the entire bowl.
So this is a dish you can eat here all year around.
An Apfelkuchen for dessert, and of course, Café Lutz.
Hey, Hugo. Quite a bit of snow, isn't it? Fresh Alpine water. Turn off the faucet, man. You're wasting water.
Where is it?
Oh, that's right. We got unlimited water here.
Come in.
Next, one of the most popular restaurants in Engelberg, the Alpine Club.
Cheers, baby.
We really deserve that after a long day of skiing. And this is the full menu. It's like a little flag. Alright guys, we got our aprons. Now it's time for the most famous steak in Engelberg. Wow! Look at that steak. It's oozing with juice. Medium rare. Man, the Alps know their meat very well. That is incredibly juicy. It may set you back 52 francs, but it's well worth it. Well worth it. Every single penny.
I don't even want to spoil the dessert. It is truly heaven on earth. Additionally, a salad goes for 22 Swiss francs and beers for 5 Swiss francs.
How good is that steak? That's just crazy. It's perhaps the best steak I've ever had. But if you're here throughout the week, on a Tuesday you can play music quiz at the ski lodge.
Engelberg has also many great bars to visit after dinner. The ski lodge bar has an atmosphere like you're hanging out inside of someone's living room. Very cozy to say the least. Another fun bar is the Yucatan at Hotel Bellevue for their large selection of cocktails. If you rather go to a nightclub, check out Glacier Spalte, the biggest nightclub in the village. For this winter sport adventure, we stayed at Hotel Bellevue, an excellent hotel with cozy common areas, fancy washrooms, and a quality breakfast. The hotel rooms are actually quite large, with giant beds. Alright, so we got this beautiful hotel room in Hotel Bellevue, right across the station in Engelberg. This is great. A massive bed and an absolute stunning view of the mountains. Now it's a bit snowy right now. Oh, holy moly. What kind of chair is that? Very comfortable, isn't it? Oh, you fell asleep. If you bring your American or Canadian power socket, this is not gonna work. It's gonna be, so you can buy a converter like this. I mean, you still have a problem with this thing. So how are you gonna fit that? I mean, you have to push it in like that. Not the best way, but this is the one way you can make it work. If you made it this far into the video, you may be wondering if you can do Engelberg on a budget. Then I would say yes. Luckily, there is The Coop, a Swiss grocery store with reasonable prices, plus a huge chocolate selection, making for great souvenirs. So you do not have to destroy your budget every night at fancy restaurants. My final tip, the Swiss Travel Pass. Train tickets in Switzerland can be extremely pricey, but save yourself a ton of money by purchasing the Swiss Travel Pass, starting at 280 Swiss francs, from which you can easily count out your savings. For more information regarding tips and discounts, navigate to reformat.com, on which you also find a very handy map with all the locations I mentioned in this video, plus 200 photos. It's really early, it's around 8 AM and we're waiting for the slopes to be cleared. As you can see behind me, it's a really snowy day. So apparently they're using TNT dynamite.